Owain Jones, you're Project Manager for the Cross River Partnership here in London.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us at the EIC Annual Conference. We heard a lot about the development of smart cities and the environment, and I suppose from your experience, why is it so important for us to embrace sustainable cities?
I think it's important to embrace sustainable cities because in London, by the GLA's projections, the population will grow in the capital by another million within about the next 10 to 15 years. And we need to accommodate that growth in terms of providing jobs, but also more sustainable solutions so that we're not taking out more than we're putting in.
Is it about growth? Is it about jobs? It's about the environment. It's about all of those things.
Indeed, exactly. It is about all of those things. It's about bringing all of those things together, whether or not it's in terms of stimulating business growth and the green economy and providing opportunities for businesses to expand that. It's worth about £28 billion in London in 2010. The projections are that will be worth £40 billion within about the next 5 to 6 years, and then by possibly £53 billion by 2025. So we need to enable businesses to exploit that opportunity.
What have you learned from the work you've been doing here in London?
Well, Cross River Partnership is involved in a number of sustainable projects. I'll mention a couple of those. Freight electric vehicles in urban Europe is trialling through demonstrator projects in London and 7 other European cities, the use of freight electric vehicles to reduce the amount of pollution coming from the freight industry, which is a major contributor to air pollutants in cities. Last mile logistics projects, which is looking at ensuring that sustainable travel modes are incorporated into supply chain, whether that's cargo bikes or zero and low emissions vehicles, making deliveries to retail or to offices.
Who is the driver? Is it the clients? Is it the politicians? Is it the population? Who are the drivers for this?
Well, I think obviously it's very important that we work within a framework, a structure that incentivises people. In London, the Mayor has a Cleaning the Air programme which sets out his proposals for improving air quality in London. More recently, Transport for London have produced its Transport Emissions Roadmap, which sets out its top 10 proposals for improving air quality emanating from the transport sector. At the top of that list is the ultra-low emission zone, a big ticket item. At the bottom end of that list of 10 is low emissions neighbourhoods or zero emission zone neighbourhoods. So I think we do need a mix of measures, and we need to empower people locally to take action around schools, vulnerable areas, hospitals.
So there's a combination of the policies from local government and central government being embraced by the population.
Yes, I think that people need to be, first of all, they need to understand the issues at hand. Awareness needs to be raised, and then they need to be given the tools to either mitigate their exposure if we're talking about air quality, or to reroute their travel to work if they're a cyclist or they jog or walk part of their journey. But yes, I think more important than anything is incentivising both business and residents and workers and visitors to behave in sustainable ways.
And do you think we're making progress? Do you think we're getting there?
I think it's obviously it's a long-term game. I think that progress is slow, but certainly in London, I think that the Mayor has done a lot to bring a focus to the issues. Whether or not the incentives are there and in place at this moment in time is open to question.
Owen, thanks very much for joining us here, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.